Hi, this is Jeff Zeig. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona at the offices of the Milton Erickson Foundation, and I'm talking to Stephen Porges, the architect of the polyvagal theory. Stephen will be presenting his work at the Evolution of Psychotherapy conference in December in Anaheim. And I have in front of me, because one of the topics he's going to be talking about is our reaction to the COVID situation. And I have his paper in front of me as on the polyvagal perspective of the pandemic, and the challenge that it is to our nervous system. And one of the most important things, Stephen, in that paper is you're talking about the social solutions to individual overwhelm.
Yeah, so if we think about not just the evolution of psychotherapy, but the evolution of humanity and the evolution of other mammals, is that when mammals are under threat, or especially humans under threat, the way they mitigate their threat reactions is to socialize, is to be safe in the arms of another or in proximity, to co-regulate with another. But during the pandemic, we're under threat, real threat of the virus. But when we're under this threat, when we're socially isolating, which many of us have, our ability to co-regulate has literally been limited, removed from us. So we're under threat, our bodies aren't in threat states, yet the go-to mechanism of socially interacting with a person and feeling safe or being present with another is actually the other treatment that is being used to deal with COVID-19, and that is to socially isolate.
Yeah, and one of the important things about that is to underline the co-regulation, the social co-regulation.
Yeah, the fact is our bodies are literally screaming for opportunities to co-regulate, to calm ourselves down. And the traditional way of mitigating our threat responses has been through social interaction. And now that also becomes a threat. So we're in this paradoxical situation. And the best we have is really useful, but not perfect. The best we have is what we're doing at this moment. We're communicating through basically video conferencing. And this is a unique time in the history of humanity, because this unique tool of being able to interact with people through the internet, see their faces, hear their voice, see the cues of social engagement, which are cues to our body to be safe and to calm down, are critical. The paradox, the other paradox, is that for decades we've been using two-dimensional screens just for educational and entertainment uses, and not for personal connectedness. So we don't attend, we're not as present as we could be. So we really have to go through a re-education to be present on a video conference. We have to look at people's faces, we have to listen to their voices. Now, some of it is difficult because the camera's in the wrong place. The camera should be right behind your eyes, not a foot above it. And so we have to kind of like adjust. The synchronization isn't bad, so we can see people, we can get their responses, but we have to be more present, more attuned to others, and use this tool to help us co-regulate. And as we help ourselves, we're actually helping the person we're talking to.
Yeah, magnify the possibilities that exist and bring them into play, even though they may not be quite as satisfactory. The other thing that's important is that there's so much talk about meditation, down regulation, and what you're underlying is the social concomitants, that needs to be part of the system for calming our vagal system.
Yeah, now self-regulatory tools are very important, but co-regulatory is really where we come from. So we come from a body that has historically been co-regulated, and that gives us the resource to be self-regulators. So in a sense, when we become more resilient through a safe co-regulation history, we become exploratory and self-regulators. So if we want to carry with us tools of calming through meditation, through breath, that's wonderful. But we also need to carry with us memories of co-regulation with other people.
When we talk about the systemic, the contextual, and the individual determinants of behavior, I'm really glad that you'll be with us at the Evolution of Psychotherapy conference in December. Those of you who want to register by virtue of watching this excerpt can go to Porges, Porges, all capitals, Porges 100, And if you put that code into the Evolution of Psychotherapy site, you get a significant discount, $100 off of your registration. We hope that we'll have the conference in person, but if not, we'll be doing the conference online. Look forward to being with you in December, Anaheim Evolution of Psychotherapy Conference.
And thank you, Jeffrey.